Now coming down to specifically drones in India, right? So recently we had few changes with respect to the drone laws, right? We had this rule called NPNT, right? And again, we are getting too technical here, but the point being that before 2020, people were able to fly drones for fun, and there were not as such any strict legal restriction on it, right? But now government of India has made it very clear: you need to register your drone. Okay, if you fly without a drone pilot license, it is completely illegal. It's not allowed. Okay, you need to take license for the drone and for yourself. Okay, which by the way I think मैं कुछ सालों क्या कुछ महीनों पहले तक देखता था कि शादियों में लोग ड्रोन ऐसे ही उड़ा रहे हैं. They are having a nice photography session, and absolute violation of certain laws because safety laws are not being followed, and there have been many incidences by the way, uh, especially with certain companies that I know. Okay, so now it has become really I wouldn't say difficult. I think it has been more channelized. It has been more regularized per se, and it has been put under law, which is essentially the same thing with respect to aircrafts. Right? You cannot just fly an aircraft because you want to. Right? You need to have a proper license. You need to have permission. You need to have a flight plan, and only after that you're allowed to take off. Okay. So NPNT essentially means no permission, no take off. Until you have a permission, until you have a flight plan, you're not allowed to take off. It's the basic idea. Okay. So drones have been regulated. Second thing, uh, Indian government is now heavily investing in defense drones. Okay, most of you must have seen in movies here and there. Okay, we don't usually get the chance to go to the border and see it, but trust me, it's been happening in the industry. People are importing a lot of defense drones. People are importing drones which are capable of flying for more than 20 hours. They have an endurance of more than 20 hours. They can cover more than 100 kilometers range. Those kind of drones are coming into the market. There's a huge demand for drones, especially that do surveillance. Okay, because it's very important for us. It's too time consuming if you do it manually, and it's too costly if you do it by satellites. Because you see, satellites are not as easy to control as drones. We have to understand. So the satellite in the orbit, and you don't have a right and left button where you can just ask the satellite to be at a certain place because you want to. But you have that kind of freedom with respect to drones. You can instantly take them anywhere to the position that you want over minor details. But with satellite, it's not possible. It's an object moving at 17,500 kilometers per hour in space, and to maneuver it exactly what you want it can be done, but you need permission of the authority regulating the satellite and this and that and so forth and so forth. Very difficult. So with drones, those kind of field manually. We calls 5 officers from the survey department. They take the measurement tape, they go here and there. Instead, you have one drone doing the entire agri mapping. Okay. It also tells, and not only general photography, you can have infrared cameras, right? You can have radio cameras, you can have microwave cameras, you can have night vision cameras, right? So any sort of cameras giving you all sort of data. That is what has been captured in this miniature object. That is the power of drones that we're realizing so far. Okay, so it's just the sweet spot that we have found, where things are not so costly, it is within our range, but are exactly doing what we want. And in fact, with improved resolution, with improved accuracy per se. Okay, as it's written over here, that government of India is willing to put approximately what $421 million by 2021. So this news is 3 years old. This is 2021. I think this year we'll see how much of that $421 million has been realized. Okay, so again, variety of purposes. For example, crop mapping and surveillance of infrastructure projects. Right. I have this is my personal experience, by the way. So one of my friends, he has a construction company, and most of his clients, they are based out of the city, right? So I believe his company is in Bhopal, and a few of his clients, they are in Mumbai. They're making their home back in Bhopal, and every day they want to know the progress of their home. So he actually uses drones to transmit them videos every day. So he flies the drone inside the construction zone, goes into drawing room, goes into bedroom, goes into toilet. He shows them what part has been done, and really the client doesn't have to travel all the time, because he can just call the security guard. You know what? Take up the drone up, and I want to see what the whole thing is. So it's made our life, even our general life, more easier. And I hope in coming years it's going to be much more convenient than what it is right now. Okay. Uh, as you can see, with respect to crowd control. Now, next few years, I think there was a circular which was released by Ministry of Defense some days back, and we are moving more towards the Indianization of various technologies. So there is a negative import list per se, that Indian government wants that more and more things should be constructed in India. So specifically for that reason, it has been heavily promoted. It is heavily supported that Indian students come forth, they come forward, and they try to make their own designs. And trust me, it is the thing in the market right now. Okay, people want you to make your own drones. People want you to come up with improved technologies. People want you to create better surveillance systems and so forth. Right? So that's the essential picture of what's happening with drones in India.